Great. Okay, everyone. Well, good evening. A very warm welcome to everyone, and hello to everyone who's online with us now, and a very warm welcome to everyone who's watching this as a recording. So, my name is James Sanderson, and what we're going to do together with a whole host of guests and contributors, we're going to look at the Juice Plus business from the standpoint of retailing the product. And the great success that people can have retailing, and also the money that can be earned from it. And also we're going to be talking about the planning of what we can do to take it from here, and particularly the huge advantage that we can have by being able to sponsor people that are customers in the business, into the business. So I'm going to start off by introducing Gordon to you, who's going to take us through a little bit about actually how we make the money from the retail standpoint of the business, which a lot of people will be finding quite surprising.
Okay, James, thanks very much. And yeah, good evening to everybody. Sorry we had to delay this call, but I'm sure that it was all in a good cause in terms of what's happening back in the UK. So there we go. So yes, today we're going to look at one of the things that we started really after the Edinburgh conference, and it was an idea that I had from the conference, and that, you know, let's set a target for a month, let's kind of put an incentive in there and focus people's attention on getting customers. And, you know, really the lifeblood of all our businesses are customers. If we don't have customers, we're not in business. And obviously customers lead on to distributors, etc., and we'll talk about that in a while. But James just asked me to kind of run over the importance of getting customers and at the different levels within the marketing plan. And, you know, the information that we've now got on the back office, I've got to say, is first class, and you can access it. Every single piece of information I'm going to go through by going into your own back office, go into basics and products and business, and you will be able to see all the information there. You can print off the marketing plan, you can send some of it to your prospects. There was a little bit of a debate on this part of the this part of the marketing plan, which showed the bonuses up to the level of partner Presidential Marketing Plus, was actually shown as an ad on Facebook by a distributor. And there was a whole load of debate. Can we put that up there? Is that possible? There were other things being said, but by all accounts, this is on the internet now, so it's public knowledge. We can put it up there. So if you wanted to post it, you can put it up there, and that's, you know, up to you guys. But let me just run through the initial stages and why the retailing side of our business is very important. I've been in the business now for, this is my 29th year, and the first thing that someone explained to me was the highest position on the marketing plan to maximize the retail profit for any products that you sell is sales coordinator. And you will get 20% for every single customer that you will actually have. And that just went into my head, and I said, wow, that's the first position I've really got to get to, sales coordinator. And that's what I did. I worked towards that position, tried to do it in month 1, missed it, but made it in month 2. But what I did was I created a whole load of momentum that helped me move forward from there. But the reason why that's important is, obviously, what would you rather get paid? 20% for doing the same job as someone who's getting paid 10%? I mean, it doesn't make financial sense, really. So that's the position that we all aim to get to. And if we work back the way, when we sign into the program, we actually sign in as the partner. And the partner, as does everyone else, we get 10% retail profit. And that 10% retail commission is based on every sale that's made. Once you move up the marketing plan to Partner Plus, and that is a position where you would have to do £825 in promo volume in 1 calendar month, of which you would need to have at least four premium customers to be able to do that, you would then get, on top of your 10%, you would get an extra 4%. So basically a partner plus would get 14% commission based on that retail sale. Okay? The senior partner, which is the next position, and to move up to that is 2,500 in any one calendar month. You would have to have a minimum of 825 yourself. So it's like you've got to continue to be a partner in the business. So you're 825 when you move up to partner plus, and then, sorry, to senior partner. Then what you're going to see there is you're going to see another 3% on that retail commission for being a senior partner. So effectively, for retailing that product is 17% at that stage. And then the next position is that of sales coordinator. Again, promo volume has been reduced recently to £5,000. Again, your minimum you have to do is 825 yourself during that time. But it's not you alone at this stage. You can actually kind of bring in people. In fact, at every stage you can bring in people, but you can only take a maximum of 50% from any one line in your business. But if you do get to that position of sales coordinator, then that's where the other 3% kicks in to make up the 20%, and that would be a sales coordinator commission of 3%, which is 20% in total. So as I said before, when I was told that I could get 20% by getting to sales coordinator, thinking about all the different ways in between, then it was a no-brainer to me. Let's get to sales coordinator as quickly as we can, and let's maximize that profit. Does that make sense, James?
Yeah, brilliant, Gordon. Well done. Yeah, so what we find is that a lot of people don't make progress through the marketing plan because they just don't understand the marketing plan. And sometimes I don't understand the marketing plan myself, but I do understand enough to know that I want to maximize the most amount of profit. And as Gordon just said, the key is to get to sales coordinator. And we find a lot of people get stuck at partner plus, because they just don't understand the value of getting to sales coordinator. So the senior position in the whole business, really, when you boil it all down, it's sales coordinator. That is the senior position at which you maximize the profit from the business in terms of retail sales. And we know that at the end of the day, the product is what it's all about. So let's just move straight on. And I'm going to move straight to Marcel. Marcel, you're there?
I am indeed, yes. Good evening.
Well, fantastic backdrop there. Looking like you're just on TV. Looks very, very good. Yeah. So Marcel, it's wonderful to have you here. And it's wonderful to speak to you in, well, just off the borders of Gibraltar. Or you're in Gibraltar.
That's right. I'm in southern Spain, which ordinarily is nice and warm, but it's really not at the moment.
Okay, well, it's lovely to see you. So let's just get straight on it. So the reason why you're on the call is because you're a superstar at developing customers. And I wanted to ask you straight away, how many customers have you brought on since the incentive started, which was just at the end of November?
Yeah, so I was looking at my genealogy, which is obviously, for those of you who know, I've been looking at my records of the business as it developed over time, and I've averaged out that I've been able to achieve between 5 and 8 customers a month for myself. And that will range in order types, but normally the predominant product is always going to be capsules, because that really is the primary product within my business that I feel has the most amount of power as well. But sometimes it's shakes, sometimes it's individual capsules such as berries and so on. But predominantly it's the fruit and veg and or berries as well.
And so could you just explain what your business is for people as well, and how long you've been in the Juice Plus business and what position you're at as well?
Of course, yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm a physical therapist, for those of you that haven't met me before. And I've been doing that for over 15 years, but I've been involved with Juice Plus for over 4 years now, and I was actually introduced by the infamous Howard, who's already online here, and I made him really work for it, to be honest. As a health professional and a huge skeptic, I really wasn't taking the pill, if you will, very quickly, but was overwhelmed by the level of research and very impressed. And then, of course, was very much encouraged to take the product. And having done that, and what with my medically background wife, who is a pharmacist as well, we both had the most incredible results. So we just felt that there was definitely something to this. There was definitely something to the product itself. And then when we learned about the business side of it, we got more and more enthusiastic about it. And we realized, or I realized very quickly, that it was a very effective way of continuing the service to my clients. And it gave me ready access to help them speed up their recovery from the work that I might be doing with them, or if they're physically active, it's incredibly beneficial for them, or generally for people that have deficiencies in their nutrition, which is probably 80% of people. Then it was a great way to bridge that gap between what they should be eating and what they are eating. So it was really, really effective. So, of course, my regular turnover of clients gave me a regular turnover of people to speak to regarding the business and probably regarding the product. And probably 35% of my clients become customers, which is absolutely fantastic. And that percentage is actually increasing as it goes on, because people are definitely coming around to the idea and understanding better that this form of nutrition and nutrient intake is very, very powerful.
So where, Marcel, how long would it take you between first speaking to a customer and then effectively bringing them in, talking first of all about the product and then bringing them in as a customer? How long would that conversation take, or how much time would it take?
In terms of time, it very much depends entirely on the volume of conversation. So what I've found is that we're all victims of marketing all the time. We're surrounded by marketing, etc. And with some of it we take in, some of it we don't. I've found that it takes me around 3 conversations with an individual to go from introducing the product to them to them potentially ordering it or ordering it. So it's 3 conversations. Now the time frame between those 3 conversations could be a week, it could be 2 or 3 weeks, simply because of frequency of the conversations or the frequencies of treatments or the amount of time that we spend speaking to one another. It could happen in a week very easily, but much better at talking about it. I've got a lot more concise at identifying how the product may be able to help somebody. And of course, my enthusiasm for the product it translates very, very clearly because I have complete faith in it. So it's
what would be, for example, the first conversation that you might have with someone?
So what I will do to introduce the person to the product, shall we say, is I would ask them about their nutrition. So one of my health questionnaires and health questions, if you will, is to ask, what's your nutrition like? Do you feel that you have a good diet? And most people, 90% of people say, yeah, I eat quite well. I eat really well, And so I then ask, okay, so what does that mean to you? Well, what is it that you eat, like on average? Are you making meals every day? Are you eating lots of fresh fruits? Do you grow your own fruits and vegetables? And then it starts to filter down that actually, no, there's quite a lot of prepared food going in there. There's quite a lot of eating out going on. There's quite a lot of drinking going on. And this is normal for most people. And then I ask about, whether they feel there's things missing from their diet. And that's when it comes in that they can't take on enough vegetables. They don't like vegetables. They don't eat fruit. They don't like fruit. It could be that they find that they're getting unwell quite regularly, obviously because I have exposure to medical history for them. If it's something like a degenerative issue or an inflammatory issue that they're suffering from, then that gives me an immediate way to start talking to them about ingesting and getting involved with natural anti-inflammatories, because that's what these things do. That's what the capsules are all about. It's incredibly powerful and increasingly important to make sure that people are getting natural anti-inflammatories into their body to create a healthy system within their nutrition and within their bodies to prevent a lot of things going forward. And I'm all about prevention.
Well done. Well done, Marcel. That is absolutely fascinating. So we're going to move away from you. We're going to come back to you for your top tips at the end, if that's all right. But thank you very, very much indeed.
No problem.
We're now going to move on to Leslie. Leslie? Leslie?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Are you on camera?
I am.
Ah, wonderful. Good to see you. So where are you, Leslie, now?
I'm in Stevenage.
Right. Okay. That's absolutely wonderful. And would you just tell us very briefly a little bit about yourself, just to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I've been with Juice Plus now just for 10 months, so it's not really that long. But background on me, I originally come from a nursing background, nursed over 20 odd years ago, but came out of that and been a trained reflexologist now for over 10 years. And I'm also a healer, been a healer for 15 years. So for me, looking at somebody's body from the inside out, back to front, the whole body has always been very important to me. So I have been on the lookout for a product that I can bring into my clinic for a while. I researched loads and loads and loads and loads, and then came across Juice Plus, started taking it myself. For me, I've been going through the menopause, was looking for something natural. I also studied as a nutritionist 8 years ago, together with a year's herbal medicine course. So for me, everything has to be natural. So that's where Juice Plus comes into its own. So although I'm still very new to the company and still learning about everything, for me it's the passion, and everyone I talk to, I talk about Juice Plus basically.
Well done. So tell us, how many customers have you brought in since the end of November, since the incentive started?
So again, like Marcel, looking on genealogy, it equates to 24, which broken down is roughly about 8 a month.
That's amazing. And where would all of those customers have come from? I mean, some of them will be your patients.
Yeah, to be honest, for me at the moment, I reckon it's about 10% of my clients, and about 90% is Facebook.
I love that. That is absolutely
exactly.
incredible. So a lot of people, you know, obviously Marcel, when we were hearing from Marcel is a practitioner and extremely, you know, competent in everything he's doing. But that's so fascinating that it's just 10% of your customers that are coming from your practice as such. So can you tell us a little bit about how you're attracting so many people through Facebook as customers?
Yeah, so I really went to town on Facebook, on social media. So for me, that's, I mean, I was already on Facebook quite a lot with my business and talking about bits and pieces and natural health. So people know, well, a lot of my clients plus Facebook know me as, you know, the natural girl kind of thing. So with Facebook, I just really went to town and hustling. It's all about hustling every day. And I did that, and I started off on Facebook with 450 people, and now I've actually reached my limit of 5,000.
Wow, that's
So,
5,000 connections you've got,
yeah.
5,000 contacts.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm up to my limit.
But when you say hustling, I mean, I love that, you know, what does that actually mean? I mean, and how do you make your connections with people to draw them through to become customers?
Yeah, so I'm adding people. So the people that I've got, I'm going into their friends, I'm adding their friends and their friends and their friends. So I'm adding people. And once I've made that connection, once they've added me back, I'm then going in with introducing myself. Just a quick hi, how are you? Lovely to connect with you, blah, blah, blah. So trying to start up a conversation. As soon as that person comes back to me and starts up a conversation, I'm in. I'm grabbing them and drawing them in. I really am. It's a matter of...
Tell us how, Leslie, how the conversation would progress from there. So people say, yeah, okay, we can make a connection, but how on earth do we turn it into an actual Juice Plus, valuable Juice Plus conversation?
Yes. Yeah, so like I say, start off with hi, lovely to connect with you, or lovely to connect with like-minded people. You know, looking forward to sharing ideas. And they normally come back and say, yeah, great to connect, blah, blah, blah. And then I go in with, so what do you do? And then it kind of, not everybody wants, you know.
So how do you
there-
turn it? How do you turn it to a conversation about Juice Plus once you've developed that opening rapport?
So normally if I go back to them to say, you know, what do you do? They tell me what they do. And normally 80–90% will say, and what do you do? And then I come with, oh, I have an online whole food, health and nutrition business, helping ladies, you know, and inspiring healthy living around the world. And then they're, oh, right, okay, so what's that all about? And then I go in, you know, if you're looking to up your wellness and nutrition,
Yeah.
then this is what I do. And then I just go into the spiel. Not everyone takes it, but
And
I
do
must
you
be
send
doing
them a link?
something right.
Yeah. Do you send them a link to your website, or how does that work then?
Yeah, I do. I send my website over, and then I say any questions that you want answered, then please don't hesitate to come back to me. And then I leave it about 2 days at the most, and then I'm back in. So what did you think? Is there any questions that I can answer?
You're
So
amazing.
I don't let them go. For
You're
me, a lot of it is in follow-up because I don't let them go. I've got them, all my customers that I've got, I would say I've got kind of on a noose, and I'm like, bring them in little by little. I don't let them go away unless it's an absolute no. And I don't take anything personally, you know, and I've had, you know, oh, it's a load of rubbish. I'm not interested in what you're doing, blah, blah. Fine, delete, move on. I don't let that get to me.
brilliant. Leslie,
Can I just interrupt there, James? Just one thing, Leslie, on that. I saw you were recognised last month. Congratulations for the retention side of your business. So it's not just actually one-off customers you're getting. You're actually getting retention within those customers. Tell us a little bit about the ongoing relationship you make when you actually have a customer and you manage to get the second, third box of Juice Plus in there.
Yeah, so I've kind of got the understanding that each of my customers are special, and they're not just a number to me. You know, once I've got them, I sort of put them under my wing, so to speak. And that's just me. That's just the person I am, because I want to care for them, kind of thing. So to me, they become like a friend, like a best friend. So I don't just, it's just a sale and that's it. I'm always following up about every 2.5, 3 weeks. Hi, how you doing? How you getting on? Can I help in any way? How you be better? You know, and just becoming a friend to them.
I
It's
love
almost
that.
like a buddy.
Thanks, Leslie. We're going to come back to you in a moment for your top tip, but we're going to turn now to Paula. Paula, are you there? Paula?
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, yeah, great. So we just want to welcome you to the call. And you are the third of our special guests. So just start, if you could, a little bit, just a quick background about yourself, and then I'm going to ask you some questions.
So, hi everyone, hope you're well, keeping safe. So for those who don't know me, I'm Paula. I've been in the business for 5.5, nearly 6 years. My background is in hair and beauty. I used to run a hair and beauty salon. And when I found the business, I just loved that I could do my freelance work that I now do with my hairdressing and wrap this business around it. And with similar to what I was doing before, just helping people. So instead of helping people to look good, I'm helping people now to feel good and look good as well, because you get your Juice Plus glow. So yeah, it just adds to my lifestyle, and also the products I absolutely love.
Well done. So since the end of November and we started the incentive, how many customers have you brought in, do you think?
Not quite as precise, but between 15 and 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's another really tremendous success story. And yet the thing is that you, I mean, you're a hairdresser, but you
I was until I couldn't work.
But the thing is that you, you know, you don't have a sort of hairdressing business anymore, or you don't have a practice, because some people would say, oh, well, you know, if you've got a practice or whatever, you know, you've got people ready to listen to you. Tell us where your customers are coming from.
Well, I have a mixture of, well, most of my clients that I do have, they buy the products. I get a lot on Facebook, a bit like Leslie, probably about 75 to 80% on Facebook.
Wow.
And then the rest are just, just people I talk to, people like, say, for example, last week, I've just counted up, I got different, I think there was about, I sold like 12 products last week.
Wow.
And like, say, 6 of the Healthy Starts, 2 premiums, and then all the other things like bars and shakes and stuff on top of that. And say 2 of the Healthy Starts, I didn't even have much of a conversation with them. They just kind of just came along through a friend who'd recommended it. And the next thing, they just sent me a message and said, can I buy whatever my friends got? They didn't ask the name, they didn't ask how much they were. And I said, oh, well, so if you're a family of 4, you'd need 2. And they just said, okay, that's fine. So it can just kind of, it all depends.
Wow, amazing. So, people are going to be sitting there thinking, oh, that's really incredible. I mean, 15, 20 customers. I mean, how do you start a conversation with someone? Or first of all, where do you find the people from on Facebook? And how do you start your conversation with people on Facebook?
Usually what I do is I'll see, I do scroll. I hate Facebook. If I didn't do it for my work, I would absolutely hate it. But I spend time scrolling through and seeing what people are writing. And I go into groups as well. So groups of things like, I'm on Pilates groups, hairdressers groups, things like that. And mums groups. And so what I do is I'll see if anybody says anything like, oh, I'm just feeling really tired, or I keep getting sick, or, things that, oh, like I've got, bad skin, or whatever they're talking about. And then I'll just go in and say, oh, I saw your post. I've got something that might help you. And so I'll start a conversation like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'll always say, I've got something that might help you, would be open and taking a look. Don't worry if not.
And if someone does say, yes, I'd like to take a look, what would you then send them?
Well, I usually do kind of like a brief overview, like I just, type it out of 30 fruits and vegetables, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll kind of try and relate it to whatever it is that their issue is. And then I will say, would you like me to send you the link to my website? So I don't just kind of send things. I always ask for kind of an invitation first. And then I usually direct them straight to the video, the about Juice Plus, that little video, so it kind of gives a really good overview.
Which little video?
So like on the front page of the website, where it's got the 3 bottles of the premium capsules, and then the little video that's on that.
Okay, excellent. All right. And so, do you find that your customers are getting great results?
Yeah. They are getting really good results. I mean, some people, they just say, yeah, I'm feeling fine, or I like them, and they don't really go into it. But some people, they're getting really, really good results. Yeah. And their families as well. So now what I'm doing is I'm talking to people. I'm writing to all my customers at the moment and saying, because of the the health issues that are going on at the moment, be a good time to make sure that you take your products and don't run out, and just kind of a reminder, and then I say that they do support the immune system, so it's a good idea to keep taking them. And so I've had quite a lot of people saying, oh, actually, can you order me another box? I'm not quite due, but I might give some to my wife, or I might give them to my whatever. So I've had even one tonight. I sent a message, and then she just said, get me an extra supply. So they've now got 2 orders.
Very good. And so some people are going to be saying, just very quickly before we go back to Marcel for the top tips, people would be saying, well, how do you actually ask for the order? And what is the process where you actually ask for the order?
So I'll just say, like, when they, I'll go through what it is, try and kind of solve their problem, whatever it was in the first place. And then I'll say, okay, are you ready to order? Would you like me to put the order in for you? Or would you like to do it yourself? And
what do they normally say? Do they normally say, like you to do it?
Most people do. I find that most of the overseas people, like in America, they always just go and order it and then say, I've done it. But like people here like usually say, yeah, okay, so then I'll take all their details, because then at least you know they put it in
But
there.
you've got customers in other countries, quite a few.
Yeah. So I just got like another one in Canada this week, and America, not this week, but America a couple of weeks ago. And that was another one, like this girl. So talking about when Leslie was saying about following up, I don't know how I connected with her in the first place. It was on a Pilates group. I don't know how the conversation started. And then we started talking about the shakes, and she said, oh, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you if I'm interested. And a few weeks later, I went back to her and said, people are getting great. We got results with the shakes. Would you like to give them a go? And she said, oh, well, I actually ordered them, but it hadn't gone through on my link. So then, I connected it to me, which was fine. So it's good to always keep checking, because you just never know.
Yeah. No, that's very exciting. Well, Paula, thank you. We're going to come back to you in a moment for your top tip. And
Do you mind asking me now? Because I've got to shoot off.
Yeah, please.
I had another call at 9:30. Is that okay?
Top tip now. What's your top tip?
Be consistent. Just be consistent.
What do you mean by that?
Just like show up every day. Just make sure that whatever, if you're doing it online or if you're doing it offline, whatever you do, most of my work, I set myself up online every day, but then, I sprinkle it through the day, whatever I'm doing. But just to be consistent. And I say to myself, and especially at the moment, like, who can I help? Like, who can I help, with this? Or it's just kind of having that kind of mindset of trying to help people. Be consistent, and also
we're going to have to move on from there.
Yeah, go on. That's fine. Yeah, okay.
I love that. Thank you, Paula, so much. I'm going to turn to Leslie now, and then we'll go back to Marcel. Leslie, what's your top tip, please?
Mine would be to look after your customers like you would your daughter or son. Give them some love. Because I think it's very easy to just treat them as a number and forget about them. Yeah. But I think keeping them close and treating them with love and respect, and they'll always stay with you.
Great. Good. All right. Thank you very much, Leslie. Let's go back to Marcel now. Marcel.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, straight to the TV studio. Top tip.
So you've joined me again here in southern Spain. Thank you. My top tip.
Top tip.
Top tip, definitely, I love all the others, but definitely create a sense of community. And to do that, connect with your potential customers and customers on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and create groups. Because if you can have your potential customers and customers in a group on some form of social, you can expose them to information, education, and further details about the product and so on. And what will happen is it will do the work for you, because sometimes they will see something that interests them, and that will be the switch. And suddenly they'll see a post about an effective, something that net positive that has happened from taking the capsules from another customer, or some form of weight loss or weight gain result, or some form of skin or hair or something like that, or immune boosting, which is what we're all at right now, is very, very powerful. And if you can do that in a social media platform, then it's something that they can feel very comfortable. They can observe it in their own time. And then, of course, when you follow them up, which is exactly what you should do, to follow up and ask and find out how they're getting on, then it's an absolutely fantastic forum, along with Stories as well. Stories is a fantastic platform in order to get interaction.
Great, well done. Thank you. Well, thank you very much to our three guests there. I think that you would agree with me. It's absolutely fascinating, and thank you for sharing so openly and candidly. Sorry it's got to be so quick. But we thought we would just finish with just a very quick rally call as such, and that is that from the customers, we look potentially at our best potential distributors. And at the moment, we've got a special incentive in March and in April, that if we develop 2 new frontline distributors in March and 2 new frontline distributors in April, then we will receive a bonus of £50. If we develop 3 new team members in March and 3 new team members in April, then we will receive £100. So that's a big incentive. But the key thing is for us to realize that our customers are an amazing resource for us. And I recently went on a recruitment masterclass, which was held in the UK in Gatwick. And really there, they were saying that the absolute number one place to bring in people is through our customers and through referrals. And to ask people, to ask our customers to say, is anyone saying to you that you're looking fabulous? Is anyone saying that you look so healthy? And to get people thinking in the mindset of thinking that they can bring in this person as a potential distributor. So we see that as just such a huge opportunity, and particularly at the moment. So, you know, as Gordon was telling me earlier, you know, we've had recessions, we've had all manner of ups and downs with our business over the last 30 years in terms of the economy. The business is just built and built and built, but the economy has served up some crazy things along the way. But we've never had something served up like we have right now. And now, right now, so many people are interested in working from home. So many people are interested in boosting their immunity and boosting their health. And we just have something absolutely fantastic for them. And I personally see this as the biggest boom time that I've ever seen in the whole 30 years that I've ever been involved with the business. The timing is absolutely perfect. So I hope that you've gathered some great ideas from tonight. I hope that you feel inspired, but most importantly, you know, as Paula was saying, hopefully we're all thinking to ourselves, who can I help? Not who can I sell to, or who can I, you know, perhaps talk to Juice Plus, to someone about Juice Plus about, which is obviously what we do want to do. But the key thing from our heart is who do we want to help? And we've got something absolutely incredible here that we can offer people, which is going to be of enormous help and benefit to them. So I'm going to, Gordon, is there anything else that you would like to say?
No, I don't think so. But I think one of the things that really struck home to me tonight, and I have heard this before, but it's not until you hear it several times that the message kind of drops. It's what Leslie said about, you know, she's gone from 450 people on Facebook that she's speaking to 5,000 in less than 10 months. And I think the problem is I see a lot of posts on Facebook, and I'm probably guilty myself, but I'm not increasing the number of people I'm speaking to. And I think that's the one difference, that if you actually kind of saying the same things to the same audience, it's never going to get through sometimes. But if you increase your audience, you're going to get a better probability that someone will listen to what you've got to say. And as you quite rightly said, James, people are listening now. They're at home, they're in lockdown, they're looking for a plan B. My brother, God bless him, he's just been made redundant from a part-time job he got in retirement. And he's devastated. He's absolutely devastated he got the sack. So, you know, they're out there. My brother might be an exception to that, but there are people out there that we need to speak to. And I think the more people we start to put into our, if you like, circle of influence and groups, as Marcel said, then we can start that communication all the time.
Good. Okay. Well, look, thank you, Gordon. So there it is. Thank you, everyone, for your time this evening. This has been recorded. We'll put it up on the Facebook group, and I'll send it to people individually as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Should we have a quick picture before we all go?
Well, let's do that.
That's the one. A nice, happy, smiling picture, yeah?
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yay!
Yay! Yeah.
Well done.
All right, everyone.
Okay.
From all across Europe. Lots of love. Look after yourself. Stay safe.
Lock yourselves down.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.